What up? This is DJ Skizz. Right now you're checking out my drum major brother MP on the MP. Bang!
MP is on the MP. MP is on the MP.
Today is Sunday, and I felt like just chopping drums and looking through samples. Sunday's always a good record listening day, so right now I got a break that I found and some Fender Rhodes samples, everything off vinyl. Let's take a listen to some records, see if I come up with a beat. But today I want to do less talking, more working, and see what happens. MP on the MP, we in here? Let's go. I got some things in my crates that I know will be dope for a starting point with some drums right here. So. Gonna bring that back. Okay, we rolling?
Been
here. We've been rolling. So yeah, I got the drums in the MPC. I really like this break because it got a lot of space. It got a lot of things you could chop. Another rule of thumb for me is that I sample drums in stereo, but I usually put them in mono. I find the side that has more knock, I have to listen. Sometimes I'll leave a break in stereo, but hip-hop for the most part, from my experience, is drums up the middle. So I keep most of my drums in mono for the most part. That's not a rule, that's just sometimes how I roll. So I listen to both sides and see what has the heavier kicks, the snares. Maybe one side has more hi-hats, so you sample the left for hi-hats, blah, blah, blah. You figure it out. So I got it chopped up right now. The dope thing with breaks is you can kind of look at it as a puzzle. You could chop it up and rearrange it in any way you want to make a whole new rhythm. And it's dope because it has the air, the space, and for people that have a hard time programming individual drums, you know, that are already chopped up, you know, from kits or even just kicks and snares. Like with breaks, it's always doper because you get that space, that air, and it fills so much room up in the beat already. So, you know, things can feel a little bit more full in the high end. Sometimes you gotta layer kicks with your breaks. This one, I don't know. I might put like an 808 or a low kick on the kick, but for now I'm feeling how the kick's sounding, so I'm just gonna roll with the vibe. Sometimes you gotta chop drum rolls because they're not, you know, perfect, but, you know, sometimes I'll just get a basic groove going while I look for other samples. This is a me and Shylow thing, but we always like to get the drums rocking while we're listening for samples so our head's nodding instead of no drums. Even if we change them later, even if the drums are busted up right now, it just puts you in a vibe while you're working. So I think we're gonna listen to some more records now. I got so many records in here from so many trips that I haven't listened to, and let's get to it. Let's listen to some shit and start accumulating some sounds. Me likey. Crack hand, sorry. Fender Rhodes is always sexy. Always love Fender Rhodes. Definitely gonna grab that. Sometimes what I like to do is accumulate a ton of sounds on the MPC, just chop them up from different records, because I get bored sometimes and I like to challenge myself to have 6 or 7 different sounds, loops from different records, and kind of try and make them work like it's all the same band. It takes a lot of patience and understanding tuning, and doesn't always work out, but when I make a bunch of records work in the same beat, I feel proud just from my inner nerd, so sometimes I do that. So right now, we're just going to keep listening and collecting samples.
Estas manos te han puesto en tu cuerpo la semilla.
You know I be loving the Latin records.
Aquí, en este cuarto alquilado, donde en vez de amor se da mentira. Lo nuestro no es reflejo de ese espejo. Yo tengo amores por ahí, tengo un perro 5. Se dibuja en tus labios una...
Yo, my Latin people, why are you so dramatic? I fucking love it when it comes to sampling. It's super dope. That definitely made me feel something, so I might load it in the MP. I feel like I've made that beat before, but I'm always drawn to certain sounds.
Se dibuja en tus labios una sonrisa.
Kinda fiery. You remember this beat, Weezy?
Well, actually, yeah, no, I kind of do. I do.
I think I need to redo that beat because this sample's fire and I could do something better. Also, when it comes to sampling, not that I always do this, but I always take out a little bit of, I'm going through a DJ mixer, a really shitty one, but I always take out a little bit of the low end just to give my bass sounds more space. Obviously, you can do that after if you work in a computer, you don't have to commit to it, but I'm in this old school MPC world, so once the sample's in, it's in. So I always take out a little bit of low end with the EQ on the mixer so that my samples aren't so bass heavy. More listening, more listening.
Peas porridge hot, peas porridge cold, peas porridge in the pot, 9 days old. Peas porridge hot, peas porridge cold, peas porridge in the pot, 9 days old.
Those drums are kind of fiery. I've used them before, but I don't know, maybe I'll use them again. I have no idea.
Shouts to De La Soul.
Shouts to De La Soul. De La Soul is dead, right? Second album? Yep.
I'm not going to put that in because you said right.
You roll it?
Haven't stopped.
So I just did something that I feel is helpful to talk about real quick. A simple thing is I went to sample these drums sample them too hot and they're a little bit distorted. And sometimes you can think it's like a grimy thing or it sounds dope, but it's not dope when you clip your kicks and your snares. So you always want to leave yourself a little room when you sample. Don't sample so hot. So I'm going to resample these drums with a little bit more headroom because I don't want shit distorting. And that's really important when you go to mix in general, is not having your sounds slammed, distorted, because then you can't do anything with them in the mix. It's almost like a commitment too soon. So I'm going to resample those drums because I fucked it up. Man, that's a staticky break. Those sound really good sped up. Only problem I'm hearing is they have literally little low end. So if I were to use that particular break, I would chop it up and I would layer my own sounds underneath it, because the movement with all the shuffle snares is super dope. I love breaks like that. It just has a movement that's very hard to recreate with drum programming individually. And so you want to use the rhythm and chop it up into pieces, but have something on the kick that really smacks you. Well, my friends, that wraps up season 1 of MP on the MP. That was just a little look into how I find sounds and catch a vibe. I want to shout out Shy The BeatYoda for killing it on the directorial tip. Skizz, Ace, everyone that tuned in. Season 2 could happen. We'd love to do it. Sponsors, holler at me. Let's get it rocking. There's more knowledge to be shared. I had a great time. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, MarcoPoloBeast.com. Out.